Hi guys, today we're going to look at these two photographs on a light board, and what we're going to talk about is we're going to discuss what sort of pencil you are going to need for doing any sort of artwork. So I'm going to show you right now the pencils that I have got. I've got quite a few here, so let's go through a few pencils. You start off HB and then you move up. So it goes from 1 right the way down to a 6. We're going to use a HB today. These other ones are charcoal pencils, but we're not going to use that today. We're just going to use a HB. And all we're going to simply do is we get the light board like this. You put the picture like that. And then all you do is you get the outlines. So you get your pencil like that. And you just simply do the outline. This may be classed, as many people say, cheating if it's not freehand, but many artists use these art boards. They are artist art boards, but you've just got to follow your lines. And I'm going to let you see what I'm doing, and then you can follow. Any errors you make, you can go right back towards them and do them again. And you just simply follow the outlines and do all the outlines. And once you've got the basic outlines, you can start looking at the different shades. Look at the neck and see where the line goes, and you can clearly see it goes here. You got the eye. This is only a sketch, but what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get the different tones and separate the body parts off. So you've got the beak, you've got your eye, you've got the quarter of the head and the body. You just got to separate them off, and you don't focus on the bottom quarter, you just focus on the animal. That is all I'm doing at the moment, focusing on the animal. And then once you've done that, you'll get somewhere and you can focus on being more and more good and more intimate with your artwork. You've got to spend hours and hours drawing it though. From 1 minute to the next, you've got to draw it, and it's got to take you hours. And what I've just done there, it's not going to take me hours. It's only going to take me minutes to do, but some people will find it's hours. So I'm just going to line that back up again because I've knocked it out of place. And then I'm going to, when I've lined it back up to the exact line, I'm just going to rub the eye out a bit because I've put too many lines around the eye. I'm just going to gently draw the circle round, draw the circle round, and then draw a bit of a circle round for the eye on the inside. There you go. With the beak and things like that, it's the same, but you've got to remember, this is all darker. So I'll do a pencil line across the darker sections, and then eventually you'll get the idea of everything else. It's dark around the neck, round here. So you'll go around here. But remember your brush strokes with your pencil. Like I showed you before, you'll do line, 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 line. Don't press on your pencil too hard because you'll end up with a line that won't be very nice. It'll be too dark. If you go like that, for example, that isn't going to be a good line. You need a right nice, gentle line on the artwork piece. Now, as you can clearly see, let me just get that off the end of there. That there is a picture that I've done with that. All you now need to work on is blocks of colour. Blocks of colour. Now I'm going to remove the artboard to there because the lighting of it's not very pleasant. And I'm going to get a plain canvas top. I'm going to adjust my tripod so that you can see properly because I am using a tripod for this and it's not doing very well with holding my camera in a right good position. But yeah, I've got the image, and we've also going to get the pencil again, and then we're going to get the piece of paper that we've drawn on, and then we're going to work on, this is a simple drawing that I've not took too long to do. As you can clearly see, there's a lot of detail missing on that, and we'll get the detail in as slowly as we do. So you've got to manage the brush strokes and get the brush strokes in the right place. So for this drawing now, we need to do the colours of the green here. And as you can see on the image, we have the wing here, we have the face that goes into a ring here, line going down here, foot there, head quarter, and then body quarter. That is a wing. We don't use that for this part at the moment, but as you can clearly see by the image, if you look closely, you can see the furs individual. So we may have to do individual strokes, but if we use this pencil in the right way, we shouldn't have to. Sorry if the lighting's bad. It's not very brilliant lighting, but I can't help the lighting, I'm afraid, because I'm using a table that's a bit, just have to work on the lighting, but it'll do for now. But yeah, we get the brush strokes. We need a coloured crayon or pencil in blue. In the blue for the background will be ignored. We need a green. So we need to get a green pencil. Before you do that, you might want to do your shading. So shading around the different sections. So we've done the shading round there for the down there for the wings. We've now got to go up with your shading so that you know where your green's going to be. You'll shade parts of it away like that. So you'll just do line, line, line. Keep doing lines like that. And then here, as you can clearly see, there's a wing section. I'm just going to put that so you can see. And then there's got a wing section, so you'll go like this. Just to get that section of the wing, you'll do that. Just draw the line like that. And then the same for the point of this, you will draw little lines to show that it's the end of the wing. For the foot, there's lines on it, but you can only see one or two. And with this going further up, like so, there's just a few lines on the feet like that you can see. And mostly little lines, but dotting lines. So we'll maybe use a little bit of a brown for that and get a brown pencil to sort out the lines on there. I don't actually have a brown pencil on me at the moment. Don't know where it is right now. But I will find a brown pencil and then we will do the remainder of the work. I don't know where my pencil is right now for the brown. But we do go across like that for the neck. Because the neck goes down from the top of the beak here. So we'll go from about, it won't go from there. It'll more likely go from underneath. So if we get the light board, we can see where that'll lead. Artistic light board. So if you go down on the light board, you can see that the line goes there. Right around to there. And that is all dark. All the way across there is dark. And you've got the same down here. A bit of darkness around the chest area. That'll be all like dark green, and then this will be light green. Make sure you've definitely got it in the right place. Make sure you get that definite line for the crevice of his butt. And then you'll work on the light board. You can sketch on the light board, it isn't a problem. Light boards, you can get these light boards from Amazon or eBay. I got mine from eBay. It was $7.99 and it's a professional artist light board. And all you do is you use it when you're tracing outlines. You can clearly see that I am taking it away, putting it back. I am not totally, I'm going over the lines. So it's not like I've completely traced it, because I haven't. I've just done as what you call an artist outline. And I will go over these lines because there is where his beak starts up. And then you have what you call the little nostrils, which I haven't drawn in because there were very, very thin marks on his nose. But you just draw them like that. And you have got, if you can see, a little line from the eye. So you go from the eye, a very, very thin from the nostril, slightly curved mark, and it goes like that. We may have to look at the actual drawing again and do that over the top to get it in the right place. But as you can clearly see, I've got it in the right place. There's just a little line that goes across, which is the line of where he is going to be a ring neck. And there's not much else to do on there. If you do want to draw further, as in doing the stand he's standing on, you can do that also. But definitely work on the body and the headquarters first, to maybe see for doing what you've got to do. Obviously, I can't really do much in this position I'm stood, because I'm not sat down, I'm standing up. And also, I have got the camera in front. So it's a bit hard for me to work around and get it in the same position. But I can show you a little bit of how it would work. And I'm not doing so bad. And these will be all in like a lighter brown. And we get the pencils on it. But yeah, we go. That'll just be a hook. So that'll be hooked like that. But yeah, that is how that works. You can draw the circles. Tracing is not a problem. It's not cheating in any way. It ain't cheating at all. All you are doing is tracing over the top and getting all your lines in the correct place. But you can clearly see by that line, it is not straight at all. There's no straightness in that line, which doesn't matter because you can adjust any straightness in the end. Anything that's not quite right. But yeah, we do need a green pencil. We do need to get a coloured pencil onto that. So, because that is what we do need to do. So I'm going to get, for the benefit of this, I do have some pencils in this little bag here that we can use. They're not artist pencils by no means. They are just simply crayons. But it doesn't matter if you use a crayon, it doesn't matter if you use an artist pencil, it doesn't matter what you use. But what matters is you use something that is a good pencil in some ways. It doesn't matter what pencil you use. It could be any pencil, it could be a light coloured pencil, it could be anything. It doesn't matter what coloured pencil you use. As long as you use something and it resembles the colour, near as damn it, it'll be a picture and it'll be unique. So I've just got, out of that case, move that off there, I've just simply got a green. As you can see, that's broken, but it doesn't matter. That is also like a greeny colour. I'm going to get this light, actually. See if that makes a difference. Because we can't really see what we're doing here. I'm going to get a light on this. Let's just see if I can get a better one. There we go. It's another light. See if I can put that there. There we go. That might just lighten it up a bit. And show you what we're doing next. So what we need to do is we take the lake board away. Put that down like that. Oops. There's always a bit of a problem getting it to stand up. You take the picture. Put it next door. You can see that I've got and then you've just got to follow the different colours. But when you're doing the green and the green, so this part and this part's different grains. So what you would do is you just go upward motion. So just 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And just keep, and that'll work for your lines of your image to get what you will call the image of what you're doing. And you get the lighter, darker brown, green, sorry. And you'll just do the same thing. It's not the same shade completely. Not actually the right shade. But you get the picture of what I am trying to show you. For the head, it's a little lighter. I'm doing a circular motion. For the head. So I'm just going round in circles like that. And that does like a dusting. And then you can go over it with other colours to darken it off if needs be. You can go across and over it with a little bit of the darker green just to get that blending. You can do the same with the top of the neck, like so. Right, I've got a brown, but it's not too big a darker brown. But as you can see, the colours aren't exactly right, but it doesn't matter because I'm just doing a texture here. So it's just like, I'm doing it on this kind of, it helps with the texture of what you're leaning on always helps. Like so. You can see that's part of the top of the ladder. And in the picture, it's not connected either. So it doesn't matter. And then you can, for this, do a shading of your pencil. You can do different sorts of shading on your pencil if you like. Any sort of shading will work. And because it's a silver shading, here, there's a shading. You go down across this, down across here is a lot of shading. So you do like a lighter shading and a dark one. So I'm going to go like a circular, like that. Because it's showing it as 3D. So it's slightly curved. And that goes all the way across. That just shows it's 3D and it's going into the corner. And then what you can do is you can just take your pencil on the side. I can't really do this myself because then my pencil's not doing it light enough. But you could just do it on the edge of your pencil like that. But it's not doing it because I haven't got the right shade of pencil. But if you very lightly go across in a sideways motion. If you had a flatter nib, you might be able to do that better. And you just do that and it gives you the impression it's 3D if you do it this way as well. Don't worry about any of that markings that you do extra that's accidental because you always get a rubber and you can always rub it out. So anything like that, just go like that and it's gone. Upward motion, upward motion. I'm getting darker because it's going into a darker corner. You get lighter there so you missed that out completely. There's a lighter bit there and then a lighter bit There you go. You continue like that into the corner. And because it stops there, it looks like it's finished, which is the case. Here you've got a little, as I've noticed, there's a little line there. Goes about there and disappears into the centerpiece there and goes across like that. There's also one there as well. But you just do shading circular up like that. And then you lightly shade. Always looking at your picture at the same time. Sorry, I knocked the camera then. You do a downward, 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 downward in a zigzag. And then just follow. You can do a line like that. Just to help get the edge. I might need to do that one again, but a little bit because of the fact that you need to show it's rounded off. So I need to get the rounded dish edge like that. Make it look more 3D. Because obviously my ball edge, there is actually another edge down there. So we will have to do another curvature of that edge. Curvature, because it's not straight as you can clearly see. So you have to do a curvature of the edge. Like so. And the dish does end, but it's not a line. As you can see, there's a thickness. So you're going to have to go across here and make another edge. I don't know that one. Pardon that. Same with this one. A very, very slim edge, like so. And it is grey inside. Sorry. My mistake. It is grey inside here as well, but you just do a little bit of shading like this. Again, on the inside. Keep going like that. Shading like that. There you go. Same with that side, but don't be as vigorous with the shading because you've got to think about your edge. But there you go. And then for your beak, you need a red. Bit pink I've got. I do also have other colours of that as well. There is a red there. These aren't artistic pencils, nowhere. They're just normal crayons. But I'm showing you don't have to have normal pencils to do this art job. You can use artistic if you want to, like professional, but they cost more. Cheap crayons will do the same thing. Like that. I haven't got a lot of crayons available. As you can clearly see, it's not affecting it in any way. Not causing a problem. And I am using anything I've got available. So I'm just going to now, because I haven't got any sort of yellowy colour available for that bit of the beak, I've got like a little blue. Supposed to be black, but I don't have a black right now, so I'm just going to do the bottom of his beak blue. A little bit darker. There is a little bit of a browny colour I could put over the top, like so. You do need there a little bit of shading, and that is a pinky colour. So what we can do there is just use this pink crayon and go across the top. But you will need to darken that beak because it is darker in places. So you will need to go over it, darken it off, like so. And you will need that nice yellowy colour in the thing, in the beak. We do have the little section part off there. You may need to be dark with that. You may need other colours like your brown there. You'll need all sorts of different colours as well. I've got a little brown here. You will need brown and things like that for the eye. You'll need like an orange. And you will need, there is a foot there, which we haven't put in. But we will have to fit that in because he's got a little peanut there. But we do have a little bit of a brown like for his foot. like so. He does have his foot, so we can get the light board and put that foot in. I've just noticed there's a foot. So we'll get the foot there. And then we'll finish off with that. And then that'll be a drawing. It's a simple, easy thing. Drawings do look like they're hard, but they are not. And you do not have to worry about it being difficult, because it's not difficult. Not by no means. It's as hard as you make it seem. Got a bit of a point on there. A little bit of a foot going up into a clasp. But you don't have to make it look difficult. It doesn't have to be hard. It can be as easy and as simple as you make it to want to be. You do not have to be hard. You just have to do it simply, and simple and easy is always the best. But yes, that is how I always do. I'm not complicated. I do simple drawings. They may be difficult at first to do, but they're not that hard at all. Nowhere near difficult. Got my pencil again to do the shading on the nut that I've just drawn in. It's not particularly good, but it's broken off at the end. I do have this colour, but we will need a darker colour for the foot there, because he's got a clasped foot, and you can clearly see there's two toes, and I've just put one claw talon in, so you'll just need to curve it off, do a line down, connect it up like that, because he's clasping onto it, so it's going into the foot. So you've got to do a line up and then a section and a line there to make it look like a clasp, because you can see a nail on the end of there like that. But there you go. A drawing. Doesn't have to be complicated, doesn't have to be hard. Very simple drawing, nothing complicated there at all. You can do different bits if you need to, like adding all sorts to it. But obviously, as you can clearly see, I am not using any source of difficult sources of pencil crayons. It is very easy to do. You may need to do different things, but there you go. Thank you. Bye.